All right, let's talk about Real ID. Real ID is a federal ID, and it's masquerading as a state driver's license. If you have a Real ID in your pocket, you do not have a driver's license. The federal government is simply allowing the state to use the federal ID for driving and use it as a driver's license, but it isn't. It's a federal ID. U.S. Senator Lamar Alexander on the floor of the Senate in May of 2005, right before it was passed. He said, "This really is a national identification card for the United States of America. We shouldn't be doing it without a full debate." But of course, there wasn't a full debate, and they simply passed it. So now what we have here is a Real ID, which is a national ID. It's unconstitutional. It violates privacy rights under the Fourth Amendment plus other amendments. And it is federal commandeering of the states. So we had a legal analysis done of Real ID by Scott St. John, the former Solicitor General of Louisiana. And he said it's a novel form of coercion. And by that, what he meant is that the federal government says to the states, no, you do not have to conform, you don't have to comply with us, but if you don't, we will not let your people fly. So a novel form of coercion. Thus, it's unconstitutional. It's a federal takeover of identification, so they're really nationalizing identification. It's a violation of states' rights under the 10th Amendment, and it's a violation of your rights under the 10th Amendment. Because as you may recall, the 10th Amendment says that the federal government is limited to the powers that are given under the Constitution, and all other powers are reserved to the states and to the people, and that's you. Well, Real ID is about more than flight, because this is the law. What you're looking at right here is the law. So the official purpose of Real ID has to do with accessing nuclear facilities, federal buildings, commercial flight. But then it adds those words that you see there underlined in red. And any other purposes that the Secretary shall determine. Any other purposes. Secretary of Homeland Security does not have to go to the president or to Congress because by law, he or she can simply expand what Real ID is required for. So in essence, it can become a domestic passport, federal control over all of life, every transaction, all movement, all access, whatever the secretary decides.